Morning everybody. You joined me at Buscot Park. I just shaved my peg. The match just started a minute ago, but it's a 6-hour match. We've got ages, so I'm not in a rush. It's a very shallow lake to the left. I've won a match up that way. I think I had about 18 inches. I won a match in this peg as well, actually. I had about 20 inches, and then I think it's about 3 foot down there. But I've never drawn there and still not to draw down there. So, you know, that's what that is. Maybe one day. Just in terms of my side tray, just a quick look. I've got some live maggots. Don't really intend to use those. I've got some dead maggots. I'm going to use those. I've got some worm for chopping, and I've got some ground bait. I'm going to keep one relatively dry. I'm going to start on the feeder for about half an hour after I fed the pole line. And I've got some two mils, but they're a bit claggy and horrible. That's the second lot I did, so I'm not going to squeeze them at all. And I've got some worm. I'm going to chop it up. I've got 2 pole lines, 2 pole rigs I should say, exactly the same. I'll just go through those. This is no 17 white hydro to a 4B16 float with a bulk and a dropper. That's a 013 bottom size 14 Kaizen hook. And fish some dead maggot on there. Then I've got a more beefier Carp version, exactly the same pretty much, except it's got 019 to 017, and that is got a size 14 SMWG. I'm going to fish 2 lines, one in front of me towards that far bank. There's a marker there, and I'm going to fish a line over these reeds on my top 7 towards that platform. There's been a few fish crashing around here, so I'm going to feed that on the pole, feed that line on the pole, and chuck the feeder out for half an hour and decide if I need to put my jacket on, because I think it's going to rain. I'm going to do 2 lots on the pole. First I'm going to put some ground bait in. It's going to be loose. I believe the lake is very silty. I'm just going to put some pellets on top of that and some dead maggot, I think. So I'm interested in baits that are going to just lie static on the top. I don't want live maggots that are going to crawl away into the silt, cause me all sorts of problems. I'm going to fish a combination of dead maggot or worm on the hook today. Last time I thought it was bream and tension stuff. Turned out it was bream and carp. Get that bait in a little bit of an area. That's in it. About 3/4 of a pot of bait out there. And I'm just going to do the same on the left. Just half a pot of ground bait. Hopefully those micros will loosen up later. And some dead maggots. Put that into the left. I'm going to save the chopped worm. I'm not going to start on it, I don't think. Am I going to start on chopped worm? I don't know, maybe I will. There's a dilemma. What am I fishing? To my number 7. Just have a quick look at what I've plumbed up. Yeah, just on my number 7 there. I will put some chopped worm out there actually. Not a lot, although I don't want that much. About that, I think, just to kick it off. It's not loads, so if you can see it in there. There we go. I brought my bump bar with me today. I think it could be a bit tricky with the wind. So I'm primarily fishing for bream. And I'm going to hope some carp are going to turn up, and then we'll see if we switch for carp. I'm just going to chuck this feeder around for half an hour, see what I can find. I'm going to fish a few dead maggots on the hook. Just going to fish ground bait in the feeder. I don't think I'm going to put anything in it. I just want a bit of a splash, a little bit of a cloud. I'm going to fish 4 dead maggots. I've got no clip on. The carp are quite large. You know, pushing, you know, double figures plus. So I'm just going to put that in there. I'll do like relatively like a bomb chuck. So I should be able to recreate that pretty relatively simply. I've got a stopwatch. It's probably why I want to fish the bomb today. Let's see how we go. Just a very simple feeder rig. I've got just a small 20 gram feeder because I'm conscious of the silt. It's just on this link swivel. I've got a couple of number 8s. I've got a short twizzle boom, and then I've got my 12-inch hook length sitting down below it. Intention is that ground bait just explodes out of that feeder on impact. That's the idea. And then those dead maggots will just stick static on the bottom, even if the feeder goes a little bit in the silt, and they'll still be, you know, just lying there. That's the plan, theory anyway. I'm not really experienced at fishing a feeder in this type of lake with a lot of silt in it. I'm used to gravel, but we'll see. It just sounds like a good idea to me. So let's see if it pans out. Interestingly, the second time when I came fishing here, because I had a few carp the first time, I was pinging 8mm pellets fishing on the bomb, and it didn't have a bite, it didn't work at all. So I think that's enough of that for the moment. Let's go and look on the pole. They're fishing the pole to my left and my right, and I don't think they've anything, but if I leave it too much longer, I'll think that some fish have come in and eaten all the bait and then left. So let's have a look. Let's get the pump bar back on. It is windy. Time. It's gone the hour, and no bites as yet. As I thought it might be the case. The wind's a bit of a challenge today, but I'm going to use my bump bar to try and get over that. Just unsure about how the bait's going to react with that wind and whatever tow there might be today. Is that going to just blow the bait out of the peg? I'm not too sure. I don't want to go overdoing it. What did I put in? Half a pot of ground bait, some micros and some dead maggots. Oh, that might have been an indication. Oh, hold on. Oh, is it? Okay, this is just a swirl underneath my pole. Carp or Bream's come in and have a look, I think. It is shallow, so you know I need to be prepared for liners and things like that. It's not too clear, so the pole over the reds isn't going to be a problem. It's not going to spook them. But yeah, there's definitely something broke the surface by my pole, which is just to the right of where my rig is. I've scaled down the hook. I've changed it to a 16 on the 013. Oh yeah. I don't know that the 015 made any negative impact, but let's try switching a few things, I guess. No, nothing there. Just put some more chopped worm on that main line, I think. And then go back on a piece of worm. I think there was a bigger fish in my peg then. The rig wasn't sitting right and I thought I saw a bit of a swirl. Show a little fish coming maybe. Time's just gone 1 o'clock and I've just refed it. I've just replumbed up another line in front of me. It's the same depth, but it should be a lot easier to hold on the pole. So I'll just stay out with this longer line and then give that shorter one half an hour. I've been encouraged by a little small fish topping in front of me, so maybe the fish will come in there too. So I've got this 13 metre line. I've got one on my top 7 or 7th section, and then I've got one on my 7th section to the left as well, with the idea that I probably stop fishing this longer line because the presentation's really difficult, and try and draw the fish nearer in. It's 2 sections of pole, but they're long sections, but hopefully the fish will come back with me. Not that there's a load of fish there, right? I've got 2 perch and a roach, but still, it's better than nothing currently, and more than some. One chop on them. It's the order of the day, I think. What have we got? 2¼ hours. Just keep feeding those pole lines in front of me every half an hour. See if I can get some carp to come in on there. Maybe switch to the carp rig, don't know, I have to think about that. And then just keep fishing this feeder, I think. Maybe this feeder's going to be the way today. There we go. bonus perch. On a day that's proven to be very hard. So the bonus perch, what does it give me? 3 perch, two little perch, an okay sized perch and a roach. Excellent fishing. It's match fishing for you. Right. Come on, all to play for. I really don't know what the fish stocks are like in here, but I've always caught, and I think today the difficulty is the presentation of the hook bait. You know, even if there was some fish in my peg, I think they'd have found it off-putting the way that bait was probably moving around. So, you know, let's see what I can do. Come shorter, feed the left and the right, and try and catch some fish on a feeder. Okay, so it's just 3 o'clock, so an hour to go. Just wonder if I can get a fish on this long line. There's been signs of a couple of carp moving around, so I'm going to try and persevere on it if I can. No more indications on the feeder, just that one perch, and nothing more to my left, and nothing on the short line. So if I can, I'm going to try and stay on this pole line at 13 metres and see if I can catch a bream or a carp. So it's at this point of the video I'd say, you know, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button. It's a easy way to find your way back and help support the channel. It's free and helps give visibility of my content to more people, so that's cool. I appreciate it. If you are a subscriber, then thanks very much. I really appreciate all your support, and I know you'll give it a thumbs up and a like. That's what I want to catch. Do not come off, Bream, do not come off. Fish. Let's go have a catch. Oh. that's the end of that. So interesting match. I'll just go a sort of what's happened for the last 5 hours. This has been the rig that's actually caught me some fish. Still on the white hydro, reasonable sized piece of worm, you can see that. And I've managed to catch 2 bream, 1 bonus perch, 2 small perch and a roach. They're nice bream though, they're probably going to go £10, and that could be a good weight today. I've not seen a lot of fish caught. I've heard of bream caught a couple of hours ago, but you know, who knows. It's been a really difficult day. I've struggled with the wind, that's been the problem. I think these bream want it absolutely still, and you know, when you're able to do that, I think that's when I've seen that I've managed to get a bite, or there's been a fish in the peg, or something of that ilk. So I think there's a lot of fish here, but you know, like I said, the wind is making it difficult to present the bait. So that's that. I've started out at 13 metres. My plan today was to fish 13 metres, maybe chuck a feeder, and maybe fish to my left. So that's where I've started. I've really struggled with the wind. I've come back to top 7. My heart's not really been in it. I've chucked the feeder out. I've had the bonus perch, but nothing else. And then as soon as I saw the wind drop just a little bit, I went back out at 13 metres. I've persevered with it for the last hour and a half. I've had 2 bream, so I'm very happy with that result. I'm now going to get soaking wet, packing up in the rain, but at least caught a couple of fish, so I don't care. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Ta-da.